Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Hello, everybody. I see you out there. I see your smiling faces. You're all ready to have a fun ride this morning. We are gonna dish. As you come in the door, if you don't mind, please click that like button. It's the final countdown. Here we go.
3, 2, 1, launch. Cool.
Welcome back, Fun Fam. And if you are brand new to the channel, welcome in to Follow the Bradley's Fun. This is the Daily Dish with me, Ron E. Bradley, and my beautiful wife, Virginia Bradley, moderating in the comments section in the chat. She is out there this morning. Everybody wishing everyone a wonderful, fabulous, great morning on this day. And I hope that wherever you are having a phenomenal day. Speaking of the day, it is the 9th day of August. Isn't that weird? I have to actually go down and look and check my own calendar to find out. But today is the 9th day of August. It's moving by pretty fast. School starts next week here. Whew, the year zipping by. Before we get going, I want to tell you a little bit of a quick story. Yesterday, I had an interesting experience where I was part of a taste testing panelist for something, and I signed some kind of NDA, so I don't want to go into the details of it, but it was much more simple than I was expecting. I was expecting something far more elaborate, and I got something really, really simple instead, but I got paid for it, which is cool. And I went up to a part of Orlando that I haven't frequented since 2016. The particular exit on I-4 is for the Altamont Springs Mall. If you know Orlando, you might know where that is. It was an exit that when I first came to Orlando was very important to me, because in the year 2009, when I was still doing stand-up comedy, it was the first place that I found I could do an open mic night. So I went up, from St. Cloud, hit that I-4, that Altamont exit on 436, and there was a hotel that Bonkers used to run its comedy clubs out of. So I went there, and the first night I did stand-up comedy, the host, who I've become good friends with since, Mr. Carmen Avalone, invited me to become a host like himself for the Bonkers Comedy Club. So it was part of his job. So he recruited me, and I became a host, and I was getting paid to do stand-up comedy right when I got to Orlando, Florida. It was great. Well, interestingly enough, that same exit became very important to me in the year 2016. At that time, I was between main things, and I was driving for Uber, driving for Amazon, and at the time, my wife had a house cleaning business, and I would have an opportunity quite a bit to watch our son, who at that time was only 3 years old. 3 years old. And so I would take him to the Altamont Mall at that exit, and then we would go to Burger King afterwards. He loved going to Burger King and getting his little nuggies and fries. And we would do that, and I had a blast. We had the best time back then. Oh my gosh, it was so much fun. And so yesterday I was up there, same exit, and ended up needing to go to the UPS store that was right behind that same Burger King, and it had been 8 years since I had been there. I didn't eat anything at the Burger King, but that location, it had been 8 years since I'd been there, and I realized, man, time is going by so fast. My son was only 3 back then, and he is 11 now, and starting middle school, what we used to call junior high back in my day, on Monday. Wow, it goes by so fast. So, my gosh, look at all of the comments going by so fast. We got so many of you out there today. I don't see any super stickers or super thanks or new members yet, but we are still, of course, wanting to upgrade. We actually have something, I think, that is going to help the stream coming later today, and that is our Ethernet cable that I think is going to help the stream. But also, we want to upgrade to that higher level of StreamYard. So we are running the fundraiser right now. So any of the supers or members or anything like that, obviously the show's free, always free. But any of those things we definitely appreciate. We'll highlight the comment. We'll highlight the membership. We'll highlight you in the chat. And of course, when we get those things, and we appreciate them so much, we also love to do this little celebration.
Is it too much? Too much.
Perfect.
Oh, this is just the best of us.
We love to celebrate. So if anybody drops any supers or membership gifting or becomes a new member of the channel, we got quite a few members in the chat, I see, which is very, very cool. Go ahead and drop those member emojis in the chat for the celebration. And I've got new emojis on the way. I'll probably have my members vote on some of those or give me some ideas. I think we also may have a poll going in the chat as well. And yes, it does look like we have the poll. I'm checking it out here. I'm going to put my answer, which is absolutely yes. And that's what we're going to be talking about today is some broken rides, some rides that aren't working. And this one's not even at Disney World, it's at Disneyland. But we're also going to be talking D23 today a little bit. So for D23, are they doing a stream of some sort? I believe that that stream is behind closed doors this year. That's what I've heard. We're going to take a look at that in just a minute. But first, let's see who all is out there. My gosh, we got 20 of you watching this morning. Fantastic. Tom F. first through the door. Hey, yo. I made it in for the first comment. And Native Hawaiian is all like, aloha, man. I was here before you, just chilling. Oh, and speaking of that, if you're here, please click that like button, that thumbs up. That's the thing that gets me out of bed in the morning and seeing all the thumbs up. Actually, all of those likes get the stream out to more people, and it gives us the opportunity to say hi to more people across the world, whether they are a Native Hawaiian, aloha, or perhaps they are somewhere else in the world like the UK. So we got Native Hawaiian, we got Tom F, we got Little Mouse 27 says hi, Little Mouse, how you doing? Go and Shogi, one of our awesome members and awesome mods. I believe you're at the Skyliner level, which we are going to do some Skyliner level members. I need to get a message out to you. Look for the community tab. I'm going to put a message out today and see when we can get a time that we can do a Zoom call for anybody that wants to to participate in the Zoom call, so I can get to know y'all a little bit better. And that's Go and Shogi and a few others are at that Skyliner level. We got Izzo's Place getting ready in the backside of YouTube. Yes, the backside of YouTube, not the backside of Tafiti. We don't want to do that. Hey, Film Watcher 96 says, hey, OCDD 93. I always love seeing OCDD in the comments section of any of the things that we do. My goodness gracious me. Who else do we have? We have Mr. Fulton Mraz says, good morning, Ron. Any updates for the new Phineas and Ferb season 5 and season 6 coming to Disney Plus this month for D23? Well, we're going to check out D23 in just a second. I'll probably have a D23 summary on Monday. I think that's going to be Monday's show. But as far as Phineas and Ferb, let me ask them. Dr. Doofenshmirtz, do you have anything? Oh, Phineas and Ferb. Dr. Doofenshmirtz doesn't have anything yet. What about you, Phineas? No, Phineas has nothing. I got to get my Phineas and Ferb voices back and get those back in practice again. We've got Juliet who says, good afternoon, Bradley family and the chat. And my beautiful wife says, good morning, everyone. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. Hi, Juliet. We've got some chats going back there. Let's see who else is on this. Canadian Family Life. Tiffany's in the house. Hello, Tiffany. Oh, let me say it in Canadian. Hello. Same word. I know. Canadian's English. It's and depending on where you are in Canada, it may not even have an A on the end of it. Let's see who else we got. But I'm looking for any other. Rover Boy. What's up, Rover Boy? Another member of the channel for a little while now. Good morning, Ron and chat. And Daniel Rodriguez. And good morning, everyone. How you doing this morning? God loves you. Yes, God does love each and every one of us. Thank goodness for his blessings. Otherwise, I would not be here. That is for sure. Going Shogi, I love the Maugwai. Trivia question. Who is the voice of the Maugwai? Do we know? I know. It was Howie Mandel. True story. Voice of the Maugwai was Howie Mandel. Ron, me and my mom are on our way to Florida tomorrow afternoon. Well, come say hi for sure. I'll be in the parks, I'm sure, next week. I'm supposed to be in the parks today. I'm not sure if that's going to happen. Just because we have so much prep for our son to get him ready for school. Wow, look at this chat. Lots of chat. Did I already say hi to Daniel Rodriguez? I think I did. Bud Files are here. Sue. Hello, Sue. Oh, thank you. Yeah. And we've got Go and Shogi. Let me look here. I'm looking. Oh, Mr. Fulton Mirage. Got the sorry, I'm scrolling, just trying to see if I missed anybody. And Going Shogi with 5 gifted memberships. And you know what that means? 5 gifted memberships means a celebration.
Is it too much?
Too much. It's the birthday.
Hey, this is just the best of my seed.
Ain't no lie, baby. Ba, 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 boom, to, to. Oh, no, wait. That's the Deadpool dance. Sorry. Wrong dance. That's the Deadpool bye dance. Thank you so much for the generosity already this morning. We haven't even gotten started Going Shogi. We appreciate that. Uh-oh, what is Editopia? Ronaldo or Messi? I don't know. It's not Ronaldo, although actually my name is Byron. Also, I think that the all caps might end up getting you booted. So you might want to be careful of doing all caps because all caps could get you booted from the chat automatically by the chat box in there. Let's get going, everyone. Oh my goodness gracious. This must be a soccer thing. Is that a soccer thing? I don't know. I'm not. There's probably some soccer people. My wife says Messi, Team Messi. But what we are going to do first is we are going to get to a D23 preview. And there it is from their own website, from Disney's website, D23. Now, if you joined us to learn about the ride mess up, the rabbit hole, the Alice in Wonderland mistake at Disneyland, we're going to see it. It's coming up. Also, cheers to anyone, by the way. Let's toast. Let's toast our coffee. Boom. I've had that cup for like 15 years now. If anybody can tell me, by the way, if Culture Casino has posted his 6-minute daily, I would appreciate it because I do want to lead right into culture. And I haven't seen him post it. I know sometimes he posts it during my show. So I want to see if I can find the 6-minute daily. I took it wrong all the time. All right, so I'm looking for the 6-minute daily. I don't see it yet, but the problem is sometimes that when I'm searching, it just doesn't come up. So in the chat, if anybody wants to check on that and see if Culture has posted for the 6-minute daily, let me know in the chat. Hopefully I'll see it. Oh, Going Shogi says not yet. What are my own D23 predictions? So my own predictions, I don't really pay all that much attention to D23 anymore. Why? Because Blue Sky is all they talk about, and blue sky ends up being gray sky, and it doesn't happen. And they talk about the wonderful things we're all getting at Epcot, and we end up getting a college cafeteria. So yeah, it's here you go. Native Hawaiian, I think answers it all. D23 is a joke nowadays. Here's the thing about D23. They got to get their reputation back. Let's show this. This is Izzo's Place. Member for 1 month. Officially, the 1 month mark, going into second month, only 50 characters for my 1 month member chat. What? I tell you what, Izzo, you put another chat in the house and we will highlight it, I promise. But in the meantime, I think we should still have a little celebration.
Is it too much? Too much. It's a birthday.
Hey, this is just the best of my scene.
I gotta come up with a few more of those different videos just for everybody. Looks lame from what I've seen so far from Disney vloggers for D23, mostly reselling merch for them too. I know, right? Like unbelievable. So let's see what Disney says about their own D23 fan of it. And then I'll give you a couple. I really only have one prediction about the parks that is a major prediction. There's two, because I know something that's already going to happen. Anyway, this says, want to get a sneak peek of season 2 of Percy Jackson the Olympian, the 10 Ultimate Disney Costume Contest, Disney Legends and Disney character voices live and in person. Look, if you want Disney character voices live and in person, I'll give you Goofy right here. Or how about, gosh, why, it's your old pal, Mickey Mouse. Hi, everybody. Oh, boy. I mean, you can get it right here. You don't need them. More than 55 panel presentations, blah, blah, blah. This year's show floor is the largest in its history, blah, blah, blah. And then they talk about how many thousands of dollars it's going to cost you to go there, blah, blah, blah. Okay. We, by the way, new gifted memberships, super chats, and all that we will always continue to get through. I do see them. If I don't get to them instantaneously, I do get to I will do them during the next break before the next story. I will get to all the supers, all the gifted memberships, all of that before the next story. And also anybody that lets me know that Culture has posted so I can stream into him his 6-minute daily, just and it's there. Let's see. Restoring Disney Animation Classic, blah, 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 blah. Bringing the worlds of Disney animation to life in Disney parks. Let's look at that. It says team members from Walt Disney Imagineering and Walt Disney Animation Studios discuss bringing the worlds of Disney animation to life in Disney parks around the world, including such projects as World of Frozen from Hong Kong Disneyland, Zootopia from Shanghai Disneyland, Fantasy Springs from Disney Sea. Those are all the good ones. And then also, by Adventure, which what are they going to talk about? We're sorry it's broken all the time. We're here at Disney Imagineering, and what we done here is we took the law, we set them out in the sunshine in the Walt Disney World heat for about 2 years, so they just didn't work and weren't sensitive to anything. That's what we done there. That's what I'm expecting from that panel. Oh my goodness, be gracious. My predictions for D23. Let me give some predictions, okay? Predictions. So at Disneyland, California Adventure, at the Marvel's Avengers Campus, right? There's Marvel's Avengers Campus. They're going to preview their main e-ticket attraction that was promised but still has not yet been delivered, but is in the process of being delivered. They're going to announce that, and they've shown the ride vehicle, and the ride vehicle is not particularly impressive because everyone's saying it looks just like the ride vehicles from either the Back to the Future / Simpsons ride at Universal Studios, which I'm guessing it's probably more like, it's either that one or the ride vehicle for Spider-Man / Transformers at Universal Orlando, one of which is at Islands of Adventure, and the Transformers one is at the Universal Parks. Of those two particular rides, I like the Spider-Man ride better. They are both the same type of ride attraction. Spider-Man, so Spider-Man and Transformers ride system for Thanos. I don't really understand why they're putting Thanos in. Maybe because that's all they have. I don't know. I just don't. I don't know. I hope that they can do something with Marvel to save the MCU. I'm drinking the last of my caffeinated beverage so that I have a brain to wrap around this stuff. My guess with the Parks panel, I don't think the Parks panel is live. Dan, do you know Dan's Life at the Kingdom? Do you know Tom F, has anyone been on the new Penguin Trek ride at SeaWorld? I have a vlog about that very thing. Yes, I have. I have been on it, and I rode the very front row. I didn't have the right type of camera with me to POV that ride in a safe way. I only had my cell phone with me, and my cell phone I was not going to risk as far as that was concerned. But if you look on the channel, you will see my SeaWorld vlog. Yes, I'm trying to see. No, that's not the right thing. But yes, my SeaWorld vlog is on the channel. It's I'm trying to see if I can get to it. Any one of my mods, if you could find my SeaWorld vlog and post the link to that in the chat, I would deeply appreciate that. It's one of those things that is harder for me to do during the show while I'm looking around, trying to look for. Does anybody know if Culture Casino has posted yet? I really do like to go right over to him, and if I can post the raid. Whoops, that's not the right thing. 6 minutes. Don't see it yet. Don't see it yet. No, don't see it quite yet. But yes, I do have that vlog. So if any one of my mods can maybe find that, you can leave the stream, find it, copy the link, and then post that in the chat. I would appreciate that. In the meantime, I want to get to this up here. We do have another gifted membership. Thank you for the generosity, Rover Boy. Who picked up that membership? Let me see. It looks like Mind Forked. Mind Forked was gifted that membership by Rover Boy. So awesome. Celebrating both Mind Forked and Rover Boy with a celebration.
Is it too much? Too much? It's the birthday!
Hey, this is just the best of my scene.
Trying to do a little camera adjustment there. So thank you so much for that gifted membership and my beautiful wife with the emojis. Oh, and Go and Shogi, thank you so much. And welcome in anybody that's new chatting in the stream as well. Thank you so much for that. If you're watching the replay, make sure you comment below replay gang. And yeah, we'll get to those comments as well if you're watching the replay of today's Daily Dish. So there it is, YouTube and whatever those series of letters are should be the link to my Penguin Trek vlog, and I do a review of it, and I was there during the pass holder preview, so very, very cool. There it is. Boo, 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 Penguin Trek. Cool. Disney stock. By the way, no stock advice on the channel. This is an observation. It's not even just an observation from the chat. 85.19 and going down. Hey, speaking of things that are going down, the rides are going down so much. Let's take a look at this poll. Are the Disney rides broken too often? 81% of you say that the Disney rides are broken too often. And let me tell you that my personal experience on attractions lately is that many of those attractions have been down. Yeah, they have. I want to see. Let's get to the main story here. Oh, sorry. There was another D23 prediction that I was planning on that I have to get to before I get to that story. I'm so sorry. I'm frozen. My wife said I was frozen. I think I'm back. Okay. So sweetheart, please turn the air conditioning up. No, I'm just kidding. That's a joke. That's not, don't actually do that. I'll sweat. It'll be way too hot. I'm back. I was frozen and I'm back. Thank you, Go and Shogi, for keeping an eye out from Culture. Yeah, let me know, update that. I would love to stream right into him. But the other D23 prediction I have, besides the Disneyland ride attraction, is in there. I know that they're going to talk about Avatar in Disneyland, and they're going to talk about in Disney World. There's two things. I think that they're going to actually announce that Reflections, the DVC hotel, will be going forward. And the reason I say that is because they put new permits in for the building of Reflections. That land has been sitting there behind Pioneer Hall at Fort Wilderness for 5 years. So they actually started to excavate in 2019 for Reflections. They excavated, they got rid of all of what was still there from River Country. They bulldozed it. They got rid of the River Country stuff that was still there and rotting and had weeds and the stuff growing over it. They excavated the land. They started to put in infrastructure, and then the closures happened in 2020. And that land has been sitting there behind a construction fence for all of those years, all of these years, with nothing happening. So if you go to Pioneer Hall to see the Hoop to Do review, which I actually worked at for 2 days, oddly enough, you see that construction fence. It's kind of weird because if you go to the circle, the new Tri-Circle D Ranch to like ride your horses or whatever, the little mini ponies for kids, you can see all that there. It's kind of doesn't really look right. And I think the Tri-Circle D Ranch was placed there in that new location because of Reflections. So my all I'd ever heard from cast members, even when I was a cast member, is that the land's just sitting there waiting for something to happen, and nothing was just happening. So I'm hoping that Reflections gets announced as it's going forward as the newest DVC property after they finish the monstrosity that is the new building for the Polynesian. It's such an eyesore. And it kind of looks like what Reflections was supposed to be a little bit, but I think Reflections will actually be needed and necessary in Fort Wilderness, especially with that blank spot where River Country used to be, just sitting there is nothing right now. And then the other prediction I have is at Disney World. Disney World proper at the Animal Kingdom, they should be announcing the closure of Dino Land. They've already started to excavate some of the trees in that area. I think Dinosaur might still be open. Do I go to Animal Kingdom today to check that out? I don't know. I'm supposed to go to the parks today, so we'll see what I'm able to get to, because I'm not really sure. But I do believe that will be one of the things that they announce is the closing dates for Dino Land. I don't think they'll announce opening dates for the new stuff that's going in, but they might give us some sort of an idea. What I hope they don't close, or at least don't destroy, is the Boneyard. The Boneyard is the child's playground at Dino Land that is huge, tons of slides, a dinosaur dig, do a lot of cool things. There's actually a vlog not too long ago where I went to the Boneyard with my family, with Xander, to play maybe for the last time, because I don't know when it's going down. But if they could work the Boneyard in to the new Tropical Americas Land, I really wish they would, because it's something that doesn't need to change. Whereas the rest of Dino Land, Triceratops Spin, they've got that ride a lot of other places. You know, it's the same as Magic Carpets of Aladdin, same as Dumbo. They've got, you know, four of those spin rides in Magic Kingdom. They got 2 Dumbos, they have Astro Orbiters, and they have the Magic Carpets of Aladdin, which is all the same ride as Triceratops Spin. Fun ride for kids, but that's about it. And the funny thing is, they also have a Dumbo-like ride with elephants and everything at Silver Dollar City. It looks very much the same. It's kind of funny. That's in Branson, Missouri. So those are my predictions for D23. And then with that, I do want to get over to this story, the hope and prayer. Have a lot of pop-ups in it. But I thought this was really, really funny when I caught it. Classic Disneyland ride malfunctions, sending guests slamming into doors. Let's have a real quick celebration. Before we get to this, I want to do all 3 that we've had so far, which is Go and Shogi gifted 5 Follow the Bradley's Fun memberships. Izzo's Place member for 1 month member highlighted chat. And this Rover Boy gifted 1 Follow the Bradley's Fun membership. Thank you so much, Rover Boy. And with those 3, before we get to this story, let's do that celebration.
Is it too much? Too much? It's the perfect!
Hey, this is just the best of my scene.
Of 6 new members today. Thank you so much for that. All of that incredible generosity. You guys are awesome. You guys are awesome. And hopefully we'll be able to, as we keep raising money this, we're in August. Woof. Well, hopefully by the time we get to September, we'll maybe get to that next upgrade level. And hopefully you'll see some segments of these videos as videos on their own out there. So classic Disneyland ride malfunctions, sending guests slamming into doors. The funny thing is where this is posted. It's actually in Fox Business, of all things. So for the longest time, it was just channels like That Park Place, WDW Pro, Clownfish TV, Valiant Renegade, pointing out these issues with Disney World. It has worked its way into mainstream. I'm amazed. I'm amazed that mainstream media is picking up on this. As a matter of fact, a lot of people don't know this, but I was actually interviewed a while back by News Nation. I just don't think they ever ran the story, but it was funny that even News Nation was planning on potentially doing a story about Tiana's Bayou Adventure. And set for an interview, maybe they'll get a hold of me again. I'd be happy to help them out anytime I can. And this is by Pilar Arias from Fox Business. Classic Disneyland ride malfunction sending guests slamming into doors. Disneyland's Wonderland ride malfunction caught on camera. Let's see. And I think that we are okay to play this because this was just a user's video. Let me see if we have volume on this. It may or may not play with volume, but it's really funny. I watched it earlier, and let me see if it's going to come up at all. Right now, it's obviously just spinning for me. All right, so this is the ride itself. Watch what happens. This is the Alice in Wonderland ride. My audio is back and forth. I can't wait to get that cable. All right, so these little cars, very similar to Winnie the Pooh in Walt Disney World. But watch what happens when they get to the doors. I love this. This is hilarious. Watch this. All right, so now. Oh! The doors close and they slam right into the door. That is so hilarious.
Okay, just got smacked by the door on Alice in Wonderland.
Oh my goodness gracious. Just got smacked by the door on Alice in Wonderland. And oh my gosh, this is so funny. Some recent Disneyland guests did not get their chance to, quote, glide through the White Rabbit's house. Told you would. And the Queen's Garden. As the Alice in Wonderland attraction website says, after a malfunction and gave guests a fright. Oh my goodness. Amanda Poole was filming her ride experience on August 3rd, and it appears she knew something was off before reaching the ride's iconic tunnel that features glow-in-the-dark teapots. Broken, she can be heard saying while the doors shut behind her ride carriage and the one in front of her that had just gone through. Ah! She screams as her carriage runs into the doors. Oh my God. Oh my goodness gracious me. What is this other story? Over fears it might have been offensive. Oh, that's probably the Country Bears. Yes. Just got smacked by the door on Alice in Wonderland, she explains to the camera while donning a pair of mini ears, as most many ladies do when they go to Disney. The ride then quickly stops and the lights come on in the once dark tunnel while an announcement is made over a loudspeaker advising guests to remain seated until assistance arrives, which is always what does happen when that kind of stuff goes on. The article goes on to say this ride is a Disneyland exclusive, leading to its popularity among guests. The attraction experienced updates and upgrades in 1984 and 2014. So it has been 10 years since the ride got any updates and upgrades, but they usually still go down for refurbishment every couple years at least. After 50 years, Alice in Wonderland continues to be a favorite stop in Fantasyland for both children and adults. Disney says it is not known how long guests had to wait before they were able to get off the malfunctioning ride. Disneyland did not immediately respond to a Fox Business request for comment. Disneyland didn't respond for comment? What a surprise! Surprise! Oh my goodness gracious.
Nonprofits are not that different from for-profit businesses.
I don't know if you guys ended up hearing some of that audio, but apparently that was an advertisement that was going on in the background. Hopefully I've gotten rid of that. Oh my goodness. My beautiful wife says that my audio is back and forth. Hopefully you guys can hear me okay right now. They had a no-knock warrant. Oh, I know. My wife's like, what? Oh no. It was just so funny. This is why I had the poll in the chat, because it's not just Tiana's that this stuff is happening to. It's so funny. It happens to Tiana's one. I personally like it when Ron goes into full Max Headroom mode, takes me back to the 80s. What? Pepsi, that reminds me of the Cafe 80s and Back to the Future 2, where they had Ronald Reagan as Max Headroom. Will, would you like a Pepsi Plus? oh, that was funny. Yeah, and then Going Shogi says, I've bashed into a door or two in Disneyland dark rides. They usually are pretty loose so that they swing right open. That was quite a bang. Yeah, the doors were actually closed there. And then Jonathan Rubin, loud and clear. What's up, Jonathan? We'll try to figure out when we can meet up, buddy. Trying to work it out. We got a lot of stuff going on with trying to get our kiddo ready for school. So hopefully we can meet out at Disney Springs or something this weekend. That'd be good. Cool. So we are caught up. I do want to check one more time. Go and Shogi, have you seen anything posted from Culture Casino? Although we are still quite a bit early. We got plenty of time left to go, so I can go through a lot of chats here, which would be really, really good. Let me see. I'm gonna refresh everything on my end and double check and see. Let's see. Go and Shogi says, nothing from Culture. I've been checking for Culture Casino for 6 minutes, also nothing. Well, let's chat amongst ourselves, shall we? If there's any rides that you have you ever had to be escorted off a ride? Let me know in the chat. What happened to me, and I don't think was I filming? No, yes, I was filming actually when this happened. I wonder if I can find it. But so there was a situation for me a few months ago. I did not have to be escorted off the ride, but it happened on one of my absolute favorite attractions at Walt Disney World, which is in Epcot, and that is the Three Caballeros Grand Fiesta Tour. And while I was not escorted off the ride, it was the funniest thing that's ever happened to me on a ride. Rather than being escorted off the ride, they stopped the ride completely and rebooted it. And they literally told us that they were rebooting the ride. That's what was so funny about it. It's not just that they did reboot the ride, but that they told us that that's exactly what was going on. They're like, attention, everyone. The ride will be stopping for just a moment. Wait a few moments, and the ride will be restarting. It'll be back. It was some kind of a announcement like that. And I'm trying to see if I can. April, February, May. When was it? Was it May? I think it was May when it happened. I'm trying to see if I can find the original footage of it. I may or may not be able to find. Where did I go to? I think I went all the way back to 2023, not 2022. Yep, I did. I went to 2023. Yeah, those kinds of things are things that I need to try and figure out how to do before the show. But it is in one of my vlogs. And it's really, really funny when it comes up. It is. Let me go to my channel real quick. And I will find it. And then I want to get to all you guys in the chat real quick before we head over to Culture, because we don't have to break for quite some time. Culture's not even up yet. Yeah, we don't have to worry about Culture. Let's chat among ourselves. We'll have a good time here. Let me see. Let me look at. I have to look at my own channel and find what vlog that is, because it was so funny when that ride. Fortunately, I didn't get hit by anything. That would have been like the only time I've had that kind of experience on a ride was on Tiana's Bayou Adventure, and we were stopped at the top of one of the small hills. And when it went, it was like boom, and I mean like right on my backside. It hurt a lot, and the bump is still there, but it's actually part of the ride. And sometimes it happens really big, sometimes it happens just not quite as big. Looking back at my videos, it is, I don't think it's the Epcot. No, it's not the Epcot overhaul. Oh, here it is. Genie was wrong. He ruined my Epcot challenge is the name of the video, I believe that it's on. It's easier. It's funny that it's actually easier to find. And if I can find the spot in my video where it happened, because it was just the funniest thing to me. Like them literally saying we're rebooting. Oh, there it is. Grand. This is my own video, so I should be able to show it without an issue. And I'm going to see if I can I want to put the volume up for this. This was so funny. All right. So let's do volume. Let's do full screen. I'll share it. What did I do? What did I do? Oh, I know what I did. I have to present this again. Share screen. All right. Having slight audio and video freezes. That's never a good thing. Here it is. All right, so I'm going to share this. This is really funny. And go back. Okay, here we go. Let's put you on stage and we'll share it. So this, I'm on
That
right here.
I'm on the ride. That's a great place, and this ride is a fun thing to do after. They're having technical difficulties. I've actually never been on this ride when they've had technical difficulties, but the sound is off.
Attention, Grand visitors during the three caballeros, please remain seated. This ride will be powered down and powered up in normal mode immediately. Please stay here. Thank you.
Oh, sounds like they're rebooting.
Powered down and powered up. They literally tell us
just rebooted the ride. So we have motion again. Just no sound yet. That's okay.
Watch, the sound will pop on.
Oh, there's the sound. Interesting. I never noticed that there was a drink there before.
Oh my gosh. That was so funny to me that happened. I mean, did you hear him? Sorry, we've got to power down the ride and power it back up. We have to reboot the ride, they said. Oh, that was hysterical. This wasn't even a broken animatronic. And Goen Shogi says over here, this is so funny. If the employees were funny, they'd sing the soundtrack into the PA system. That would have been hilarious. But, of course, the cast members there are all from Mexico, and they probably know very little English. The soundtrack is in English, while all of those cast members, their primary language is Spanish. Although I did ask the last time I was at Epcot, I asked if cast members doing the international program for Disney, do they have to be proficient in English or learn English? And the cast member told me they do actually have to learn English in order to do that program. So there you go. There's my answer. Let me see here. I'm going to get these recent comments, and then I'll go back and check out some of the other comments, see who all we have here. We have Avarice Carmageddon. TPM Vids has funny broken animatronic videos. TPM Vids they've got a lot. They've got so much on their channel because they've been around a long time, and they're a great channel. I don't have any issues with TP. Matter of fact, I used to shout them out on my own channel, but they don't need me. They don't need my help. The Mexican deities were trying to stop the ride. They wanted El Rio de Tiempo back. I love Del Rio de Tiempo. That act's awesome. You're not incorrect about that. So, let me see here. Let's go ahead and take the presentation off. We don't really need that anymore. And Manny Uncanny is in the house and says, "Hi, RB. Hello, Manny. Hola, Manny." And OCDD 93 says, "Yeah, but there are mostly kids running the place. They'd rather be on their phones, I'm sure. Hate to sound bitter, but the last 2 visits, the majority of the cast members just failed. We'll just put it that way. I don't know what YouTube does about me saying that word or not. So that's not really bad. It's just But anyhow, let me check out some of your other comments. By the way, does anybody know? Did he post yet? Stream customization. I'm gonna check real quick because it is 10:29. He's supposed to start at 10:45. So I don't know if he's going today. I don't know if he's going today or not. Let me double check on Culture Casino Culture. What did somebody call him? Gray Gandalf? Once. I love Culture, man. He's awesome. Such a great guy. There is minutes. Dale. Minigame. I don't see it coming up. Maybe he might not be doing it today. That is always possible. So, which is fine. That means I can go longer and not even have to worry about it. That's cool too. That is cool too. Amanda, wait. That happened to me too. The old slip and falls. And OCDD 93 Matterhorn is the most painful ride in Disney Parks history. It's the one you save for last because it might change your whole day. Is the Matterhorn in Disneyland as bad as Space Mountain in Disney World? Because I believe they are the same ride system. Space Mountain at Disney World is a single file cart, and I hate it now. It hurts my back. It hurts everything. And it's very, very old and rickety feeling. Whereas Space Mountain at Disneyland is really smooth because it's a double car. It's funny because I always say that it's the Space Mountain and Splash Mountain, which is now going to be Tiana's Bayou Adventure, they're reversed at Disneyland and Disney World. So at Disneyland, Space Mountain has a 2 across seat, right? So like you fit 6 or 8 people in the car. At Disney World, Space Mountain is single file. At Disneyland, Splash Mountain is single file. It's a single file log. And at Disney World, Splash Mountain is a double log. So it's typically more comfortable. Still having slight audio and video freezes. Is those places going to copyright claim my? Why are you going to copyright claim my video? What did I do? Is those places? Let's see. Don't even put that up there because YouTube might see it and just like decide to do it. I never got in the ride Matterhorn either. Been refurbishment. The 2 times I've been to Disneyland before the pandemic. Same here. I have never gotten to ride Matterhorn because the several times that I've been to Disneyland, it was always either refurbishment or down for something or, something else like that. Refurbishments are the worst. By the way, I got to get to all the new comments down here. I'm like way behind in the comments, as you can see. No shock absorption in the old style coasters. Coasters get rough with age. I imagine the Matterhorn is more painful than Walt Disney World Space Mountain. It might be, but I joke about this now because Guardians of the Galaxy is so nice and so smooth, and I always say that Guardians of the Galaxy is Space Mountain on steroids. People might take that the wrong way if they know like the ricketiness of Space Mountain. They might go, "Oh, well, is Guardians like worse?" No, Guardians is a much better version of Space Mountain. If they ever redid Space Mountain, I wish they would do it with a Guardians style coaster, and then have the same, the same types of things can be going on. But I think Space Mountain itself, the facility would have to be a lot larger because the Guardians building is so big that you can that you can fit 3 spaceship Earths. Those big giant Epcot balls, you can fit 3 of those in the Guardians building. That's how big it is. It's a huge building. Guardians is actually perfect. Right when it starts to be right when it starts to be too much, it's done. I'm not sure what. All right, go and Chogi, write that again. Guardian's actually perfect right when it starts to. Oh, I get it. Guardian's actually perfect right when it starts to be too much. It's done. Got it. Figured it out. Yes. Yeah. In other words, Guardians is like Space Mountain 2.0. Native Hawaiian had said, kind of dead heat. Matterhorn does have slightly more herky jerky movements in the car. So it's a standoff between Matterhorn and Space Mountain as to which one of them is the jerkiest. And then I say Guardians is Space Mountain on roofs. Ah, boy, that's a funny one. Since I don't really know exactly what they're supposed to do to you. Wow. I thought they just made you fall asleep, but who knows? Those drops are brutal. They slam more than the glide. Is that the Matterhorn? I'm guessing. Let me see. And OCDD says, I say Guardians of Space Mountain. It is the best ride ever. I would say Guardians, as far as Orlando coasters I've personally been on, I put Guardians as number 1. And my number 2 in Orlando for myself that I've been on is actually Manta at SeaWorld. Manta, not Mako, but Manta, because that's the ride where, you're, they lay you down, right? You're flying like Superman on Manta. It's really, really. Oh, okay. This makes more sense. Roids, not roofs. I'm like, oh my gosh, you guys are too funny in the comments today. Anybody see that I haven't not seen yet posting from Mr. Casino yet. Let me see real quick. I'm going to double check one more time and see if he's got anything up. Because maybe he's posted, maybe he's waiting until the last minute. Otherwise, I don't know that I see anything else to go to. And so we might not be streaming into anything today. I don't see anything on my end. Do you guys see anything on your end? I'm going to refresh here. No Culture Casino. Okay, well, we'll see what happens there. Maybe he's changing his schedule, and that's what he wanted to talk to me about. And that would be fine too. That would be fine. Anyhow, well, I hope that you guys all have a good weekend. We will all be paying attention to the D23 announcement, seeing if anything good comes out or if there is more blue skies shining on me. Nothing but blue skies do I see. If it's all blue sky, sunshine, and rainbows, and nothing ever comes to fruition, then we'll see. There is a possibility of them making some announcements at what might be going behind Big Thunder Mountain in Magic Kingdom, because they are supposed to do something with that land. If they announce that Tom Sawyer's Island is being destroyed, I will be very upset. I think what would make everyone really, really happy, like the majority of the audience that I know of that would be really, really happy, is they would say, we've realized that we have some issues creating Tiana's Bayou Adventure. And so what we're going to do is we're going to repurpose all of the wonderful new animatronics that we've made for Tiana's Bayou Adventure. And we're going to bring you a brand new Tiana's Bayou Adventure. And it will not be housed in the old Splash Mountain facility. But we are bringing back Splash Mountain to both the parks of Magic Kingdom and Disneyland. If they did that, I think a lot of people would be happy, and a tiny small percentage of people would be upset. But if they said that they're still making Tiana's Bayou Adventure, but it's a brand new ride, I think people would be okay. I think people would be fine if they said, hey, you know what? We're going to do both. That's my prediction. That's all I've got. Before we go out, I think that we should have at least one more celebration. Don't you guys think we should have one more celebration? I mean, Go and Shogi gifted 5 new Follow the Bradleys Fun memberships. Rover Boy gifted 1, and Izzo's Place. I can't even go far back enough in the chat to see who all received those memberships, but I will double check later. And Izzo's Place member for 1 month got only 50 characters. Unbelievable. Well, that may be unbelievable, but what is believable is for all of that wonderful generosity, we got to have a celebration.
Is it too much? Too much? It's the perfect!
Oh, this is just the best of my scene.
All right, and before we get going, Go and Shogi says, have a great weekend. Ron, are you live streaming from the parks tonight? That is the plan. However, I haven't posted it yet because I'm not 100% sure. I do know that Lorena is going to the Halloween party tonight, the Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween party. So she will be streaming. I'm not sure what time her stream starts. If I do, I'll probably try and stream a little bit earlier than her and then lead my stream right into her stream. And see y'all in the other streams, I hope. Everybody, thank you so much for being here. You know, be on the lookout for that. And for all of those members that are Skyliner above, check out the community tab. Just note that I'm going to be posting something to find out when we can all meet up on a Zoom call. And I will hopefully have the 6 p.m. The 6-minute daily link is up now. Okay, well let's see if I can fix this. Let's see if I can fix this to stream you guys right into culture. Before we go, I'm going to see if I can add it. Let's see what we got. Let's see what we got. It takes me just a minute. It takes me just a minute to type this in and search for it to bring it up. So let's see, 6 minutes daily, right? And not see anything yet here on my end. I think I found it. Everything stinks. There it is. There it is. Okay. Got it. All right, guys. Let's go raid culture. We can do it now. I got the raid set up. Check my community tab out for whether or not I will be live. It just depends on what. This particular weekend is going to be really busy as we get ready for getting my son to school. So obviously my family things are going to take priority. But hopefully I can live stream somewhere today and perhaps create a vlog in the parks. In the meantime, check out the Universal vlog I did post yesterday. And everyone, as we go out the door, please say hi to Culture on your way in there. And until next time, we will see you real soon. Have a great weekend, everybody. Ciao.